All right, we have big news coming in. Let's take a look at that, and that is about Prime Minister Narendra Modi heading to the United States of America in the next few days. Remember, 20th to 25th June is Prime Minister Modi's visit to US, likely to be historic. And what's happening ahead of that is a mega diaspora rally. 2 days to go for that visit. The Indian diaspora, and it's a massive population of the Indian community in the USA. They are awaiting and clearly showing a presence that they are waiting for Prime Minister Modi. Indian communities on the streets of Washington. These are the visuals on your screen. Remember, US President Joe Biden is also likely to host, apart from, of course, official talks, an intimate dinner for Prime Minister Modi. And those who are supporters of the Prime Minister, who are standing by their homeland, their country, in the USA, in Washington, Indian American diaspora groups are welcoming Prime Minister Modi, already taking out these rallies in support of PM Modi.
Fight together on countering terrorism and, of course, that big enemy out there, China. Look forward to hearing from you, Prime Minister. Look forward to hearing what you have to say. While you're here in D.C., you get tired of talking a little politics and you just want to come by for some good hospitality, Southern hospitality. Come look us up over here in Longworth, and we'll may even get to talking a little bit of SEC football with the University of Georgia.
Let's bring in our Foreign Affairs editor, Geeta Mohan, for the latest on that. Geeta, the Prime Minister usually does depend on the Indian diaspora's response. It's about a much-awaited event that is in any of his visits to any country that he goes to visit. This time as well, what are we expecting from the Indian diaspora to kind of show about this welcome to Prime Minister Modi, Geeta?
Well, there are two very important events. One is the International Day of Yoga, wherein you will be seeing a huge Indian diaspora presence, but a few things that certainly will be done, which is a part of any Prime Minister Modi's visit. There will be a welcome party, a welcome group waiting outside Prime Minister Modi's hotel in New York. He lands around 2 p.m. New York time, so they'll all be there to welcome him. But apart from that, there is going to be an Indian diaspora event in Washington, D.C. It might not be as huge and big as the Madison Square Garden event. Smaller one at the Ronald Reagan Center, but nonetheless, very important one. Significant people from the Indian community will be coming. And this time, Prime Minister Modi will be speaking about the contribution of the Indian diaspora in taking India forward. So there is a lot of connect that we'll be seeing yet again. There will be people at his hotel, outside his hotel in Washington, D.C. as well to welcome him. So a lot of connect. A special moment will also be the fact that when his White House arrival ceremony takes place, there are going to be people from the Indian community who will also be allowed to go and stand at the lawns of the White House to welcome him there as well. Now, that's very rare. Indian community or people have not been really allowed during state visits to enter an area around White House or even close to White House to welcome or to meet the leadership of their respective countries. Over here, that certainly is going to happen. So that's certainly going to be a little different from the normal visuals and events that we see. And
Geeta and other colleagues as well from India Today will be in the United States of America to report on the latest on the Prime Minister Modi's visit as well. It's going to be very interesting and possibly historic as well. Thank you very much, Geeta, for now.
Together on countering terrorism and, of course, that big enemy out there, China. Look forward to hearing from you, Prime Minister. Look forward to hearing what you have to say. While you're here in D.C., you get tired of talking a little politics and you just want to come by for some good hospitality, Southern hospitality. Come look us up over here in Longworth, and we'll may even get to talking a little bit of SEC football with the University of Georgia.